I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I tell you the last week I have been teary-eyed, I have been misty-eyed, thinking about what's gonna go down this Saturday. Because it is official. There's a countdown clock on WWE's website. The never seen 17, the last real champion who we have decided to celebrate here at Brandon's World, especially over the last month, but really all year long. Last Saturday, Michael Reiner, Jalen Sandvik, the two best wrestling fans I know, we broke down John Cena's top 10 matches of all time. Go back and listen on audio or video. I thought it was one of the best podcasts we've ever done. We have, of course, John Cena's audio when you tune into the audio version of Brandon's World. His theme song now kicks off the podcast over the last few months. My childhood is over. And I was one of those kids who grew up loving John Cena. Then I was told to hate John Cena because I was the cool guy that wanted to root for CM Punk. And as time went on, and I realized, and we say this a lot in wrestling, but you don't realize what you have. Like Tom Brady, everybody hated Tom Brady, right? You don't realize what you have until you no longer have Tom Brady and the greatness of Tom Brady. Now that Patrick Mahomes will probably not even make the playoffs in Kansas City. You don't realize what you have until John Cena is not there. When John Cena came back in 2016, as part of the WWE draft after he was out with shoulder surgery, that's where it turned for me. That's when I started becoming a huge Cena fan. I thought at that point Cena changed his career. It wasn't about getting the championships, that we had those amazing rivalries with the likes of Rusev for the U.S. Championship and AJ Styles over the Undisputed Championship. And, even that great rivalry in 2015 with Kevin Owens over the United States Championship. That was the time where, again, I sort of turned into a Cena fan. And every time Cena's come back now over the last 5 years, he basically has not been booed. He's been celebrated. John Cena has not been a full-time active superstar in 7 years. I do think WWE should have let him do his over 200 dates that he wanted to do and make it a full Eras tour for men. I understand it from a marketability perspective and from the chance of John Cena getting hurt. Then no, let's not do that. John Cena has had a lot of injuries throughout his career. Obviously, the iconic return of the 2008 Royal Rumble. But there is a finality to it. And you go back to the retirement tour. And I had said that, I did not want John Cena winning the Royal Rumble. I wanted John Cena to face some adversity this year, which is what happened. John Cena, though, obviously, I wanted him to win the Elimination Chamber and face the World Champion Gunther, not the undisputed champion Cody Rhodes. I did not want babyface John Cena versus babyface Cody Rhodes. And we didn't get that right. We got a heel John Cena, which I personally enjoyed the heel turn. I think John Cena was wrestling like crap on purpose. I think the pipe bomb callback with CM Punk was easily the best promo of heel John Cena. I actually thought heel John Cena, I thought he enjoyed it. I think you could clearly see it in his eyes. I thought he was getting better. But then WWE realized, oh crap, we only have 4 months. Let's make John Cena turn babyface. And him going heel to babyface is what made that Cody Rhodes match at SummerSlam, in my opinion, work. And then he had great matches with the likes of Logan Paul and AJ Styles. And even Dominic Mysterio, both of them at Raw and Survivor Series. And it made you really think that, wow, this guy really is going up on top. And you could see the love and the emotion and the people. And what really got me thinking about John Cena's legacy was the match against AJ Styles at Crown Jewel in Perth, where it looks like a Savannah Bananas game. I said that on the air. It is a sea of yellow. It looked like everybody in the building was wearing yellow, and they came just to celebrate John Cena. And you have over 70,000 people in the queue when tickets for this event went on sale just to potentially get in the building to see John Cena's last ever professional wrestling match. And it's going up against the ring general, who already 5 months ago, almost to the day, retired Goldberg, even though Goldberg was already retired and Goldberg's an old man. John Cena, I think, is going to put over Gunther in this massive way. I expect a 2026 Reign of Terror Brock Lesnar 2014 straight breaking esque run from Gunther. I think there's a real chance based off these promos that have been cut that John Cena is going to tap out to Gunther, who we all know has that Boston Crab submission. And the man who says never give up. The ironic thing would be John Cena giving up as he walks out the door in his last WWE match. I think we as fans, we all wanted to see John Cena versus The Miz, or John Cena versus Rusev, or John Cena versus LA Knight, or John Cena versus Sheamus, John Cena versus Braun Breaker, John Cena versus Bronson Reed, John Cena potentially versus Chris Jericho, if that was in the cards. Obviously, the one we all want is John Cena versus Edge. And secretly, I'm hoping that Gunther may get attacked backstage by the MFTs, and we do get John Cena versus Edge because, god damn it, we deserve it and we need it one last time. Those two men haven't gone one on one, I don't think, since like 2009 Backlash. Maybe it was one other time, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Um, I want to say thank you, Cena. Thank you for the memories. Edge is my favorite wrestler of all time. Triple H is up there. The Undertaker is up there. Bray Wyatt is up there. CM Punk is certainly up there. But I think maybe my second might be Triple H. But I think my third favorite all time is now this guy, John Cena. Um, Cena brought back, along with Edge, when Edge came back in 2020. But Cena brought back my love of professional wrestling the last few months. I did not realize how great of a GOAT John Cena is again until he's not there. And what you realize is, hate him or love him, the career John Cena has had and the impact John Cena has had on the business will transcend time. And the fact that John Cena was a babyface for 22, let's call it, outside of the heel turn, straight years, had the same gimmick since 2005. The Never Give Up, the Fruity Pebbles, and was in one of WWE's worst times creatively early on in the PG era and just went with everything. I think the one blemish on Cena's resume may be the fact that he did bury the Nexus, let's call it the way it is. You had the John Cena versus The Rock, the once in a lifetime. Now, Michael Reiner, you'll hear on John Cena's Top 10 match list, argue that twice in a lifetime ruined once in a lifetime, which I get it. But that was one of the most famous and most memorable storylines, along with CM Punk Money in the Bank 2011 in wrestling history. You cannot think of WWE, and this is even before acting, right? If John Cena never became an actor, I still think he would be this popular because John Cena, for 15 straight years, more than Hulk Hogan, more than Stone Cold, more than Bret Hart, more than Roman Reigns, more than any other wrestler in professional wrestling history, carried WWE as a pure babyface completely on his back. And I don't think it will ever be done again. So thank you, Cena. I will be in the building, Washington, D.C. We have Cody Rhodes versus Femi, AJ Styles, and Dragon Lee against Javon Evans and Rayshawn Slater. Bailey versus Sol Ruka. I'm not even going to preview those matches. I think, if anything, um, the guys from NXT and TNA may go over. Sol Ruka may go over Bailey. I don't think Femi's going to go over Cody Rhodes. But I think you're going to have one NXT team win. I think the most likely would be Sol Ruka defeating Bailey as she's in this sort of crazy style gimmick where she's happy and then she's sad, obviously. But we're going to have some good matches. It's going to be cool to see Cody and AJ and Bailey, yes. And for a lot of this audience to learn about Javon Evans, who I think could be the future of WWE, and Sol Ruka, who's got a crazy finisher that will pop some eyeballs. But this show, it could have been a 2 hour tribute, which I know WWE was pitching, and John Cena said, no, showcase the future of your business, which I think is perfect. Obviously, how he got his opportunity in 2002 against Kurt Angle with ruthless aggression. I get it. I understand it. But this show will be all about John Cena. And when we go off the air Saturday night, John Cena said he's going to get, hopefully, waking up Sunday morning hungover. As wrestling fans, we'll be hungover and in tears because our childhood hero has retired. Like that clip from the Brand's World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brand's World podcast right here on YouTube.